This month of the How's All That Workin' For You podcast is sponsored by J. Brooks Coffee Roasters in Memphis, Tennessee. Urban Joe is the house favorite at J. Brooks for cold brew coffee. The legendary flavor of Urban Joe will ignite your taste buds with captivating shades of cocoa and cream. With a pleasantly balanced, bold body, the dark roast lover will fall head over heels for this roast. Cold brew is very quick and simple to make. It contains 2/3 less acid than hot brew coffee, so it's a perfect choice for anyone who has reflux or needs a stomach-friendly option for coffee. And if you make cold brew at home, you can make both cold and hot coffee with your solution. Everyone loves an adventure story. Make your day an epic adventure with a steaming cup or cold brew of Urban Joe. To order this signature blend for yourself and learn more about J. Brooks Coffee, click the link in the show notes or visit jbrookscoffeeroasters.com. That's the letter J, brookscoffeeroasters.com. You are officially invited to create some breathing room. This is the absolute best podcast to find the strategies, resources, and motivation you need to stop drowning in overwhelm, break free from hustle culture, and live out your God-given purpose. I'm your host, Rachel Baker, and girl, I've been there, done that. It is my God-given purpose to help you find space for an intentional life so you can confidently live in those strengths, skills, and passions that light you up and serve others. I know you are ready to create some breathing room, so let's do it together. Welcome to episode 30 of Create Some Breathing Room. We are starting a new month, a new topic, and I want to talk about how we can prepare for the holidays instead of the holiday season just sneaking up on us like it has a tendency to do, and then all of a sudden we feel chaotic and overwhelmed, and what am I even doing with my life? We're avoiding that, okay? We want to get together, gather our wits, and enjoy the most wonderful time of the year, right? Because we are coming up on the most wonderful time of the year, but I mostly just hear women groaning under the lists and stresses that the holiday season brings with it. There's the whole decorating thing, right? Inside, outside, are we using white lights? Are we using colored lights? And where did we put this nativity scene last year? I don't remember where it goes. And then there's gifts, right? Who do we need to get the gifts for? And how many teachers do you have? Are you kidding me? Did you finish your wish list for grandparents? They're asking. They need to know because they shop early. I can't remember if I got more wrapping paper from that school fundraiser last year. Did I do that? Oh, also the food. There are just special items that only make an appearance in this season. We want to make sure we consume as much of them as possible, right? So do you do pumpkin spice or apple crisp, cookies or pie, homemade or store-bought? And are you an eggnog person? Are you a hot cocoa person? These are important questions, people. Are you tired yet? I am. Today's goal is to simplify a few of these aspects of the season so we can slow down. Take a breath. Like literally, let's do it right now. Just breathe. Okay? And let's enjoy the next few weeks just a little more than we might have in years past. We will talk about preparing our hearts and focus during the holidays in a later episode. But let's just cover the logistics today. If ever there was a time to create some breathing room, this is it. So just in our homes, in our physical space, let's talk about preparing for the holidays. First of all, one of my favorite things is decluttering before gifting. This is a must. And I want you to hear me when I tell you I am fully aware that hell hath no fury like a kid catching you throwing away anything ever. I love those memes that are like, I smuggle out broken crayons like a drug dealer. Like, maybe we're not going that far with it. But this is the season to clear some space out of your house. And you can keep it really simple. If you've got kids, give each kid a box to fill. We're just making space for the new things they've asked for, just in case they actually get some of them, right? And we are also providing toys for other kids who might not have as many as they do. This is what I go through with my kids, which they're much older now. But since they were little, we've always said, you're hoping for some new things at Christmas. I get that. And maybe you'll get some. Just in case, though, we got to clear some of this other stuff out. And there are things in there you don't play with anymore. So we just kind of go through that. And then also that spirit of giving. We want to recognize how blessed we are. If we do have quite a few things, if we do have more than we play with, there are kids who would really appreciate having that. And we want to share with them. And so whether it is a place you can donate, it is a place where they do kind of a Christmas shop where kids can come and shop for their parents. Parents can come and shop at discounted prices for their kids. If you have anything like that in your area, it's a great time to gather some of the excess and donate there. If you need the money, this is a great time also to have a yard sale, right? Post it on Facebook Marketplace, wherever it is that you can sell some things. If you are needing that extra cash for your own Christmas shopping, this is a great time to do it. And if you want to get the kids involved, have them gather some of their things to sell, and maybe they get that money so they can buy Christmas gifts. We always do dollar days at our house. And so I take the kids, we'll go to the Dollar Tree and they can shop for family members, but not have to spend much money. But they have that pride in picking out the gifts, spending their own money. So there's a lot you can do with this where it doesn't feel like you're forcing your kids to purge all of their stuff, but everybody has a good spirit about it. I also would suggest going through family games and movies together. And guys, do this with your own stuff too. We've got the clothing, the shoes, the household items, kitchen stuff. There are a lot of areas of the house where you could just pick one drawer, one closet, go through the things and declutter. Am I really great at this? No. Like full disclosure, I'm not really great at this. But at this time of year, in this season, I am more mindful of it, more aware of it, present it to my children as something we can all do together, and also hopefully help others in the process. So that's the first thing, decluttering before gifting. Secondly, I want to talk about the decorating. I am not an interior decorator. That is just not a skill set I was born with. But I do want to be in an environment that brings joy, especially at this time of year. So I try to focus on decorating for joy, not for approval. So which items do you put out that make you smile or bring a sense of peace to your spirit? Which ones are favorites of other family members? Maybe your spouse, your kids, your whoever you are sharing a living space with. Do they have favorites that bring them joy, right? I just want to say, just because great Aunt Susie gave it to you does not mean it has to make a public appearance. There, I said it. I said it out loud. If you needed a permission slip, there it was. Please remember, Pinterest does not need to be the goal, and comparison will eat your soul. I didn't actually mean for that to rhyme just now, but I may have to trademark that one. If you want a tree in every room of your house, go for it. If you want all Santas everywhere, or if you've got a huge collection of those nutcrackers or snowmen of every shape and size, you do you, boo. Make it enjoyable for you and for the people who live with you. We're decorating for joy, not for approval. Hey, it's Rachel, your go-to encourager and coach. I know you love our podcast talks, but imagine taking that connection to the next level in person. I'm more than a clarity coach. I'm someone who's been in the trenches, juggling all the things. I get it. I've danced with chaos, overloaded schedules, and the struggle to prioritize self-care. But I found the rhythm, and I've got the strategies to help your ladies create some breathing room. So if you're organizing an event, whether it's a conference, church gathering, or retreat, and you want a speaker who brings humor, real talk, and a dose of inspiration, I'm your girl. Let's chat about making your event a memorable one. Visit racheldbaker.com/speaking. That's racheldbaker.com/speaking. I can't wait to connect. All right, the last area I really want to hone in on here is the food. Possibly the most important thing we're going to talk about around the season. When it comes to the food, I have said it before, you'll hear it again. I am not Susie Homemaker. I don't make a ton of stuff from scratch. I'm like the black sheep of the family because there's a lot of that in my family, really good from scratch cooking. I just didn't get that gene. But whatever your vibe is when it comes to the food at holiday time, I want you to remember to stock up and keep it easy. So what are the traditional foods that you and your people just have to eat at this time of year? So for us, we love pumpkin muffins. My kids love them. Wassail is big in our family. We like Chex Mix and we like pies and cookies. You know, all the things that you're not supposed to eat all the time. This is the time we eat it. So I stock up on the ingredients I know we're going to want and need. And I keep it real easy. For those pumpkin muffins, it is very likely they will be made using a spice cake mix and a can of pumpkin. We might even throw some chocolate chips in to get real fancy, and that's going to be it. So whatever that looks like, if you love making things from scratch, if you love to make your own pie crust and the filling, you're chopping and coring your own apples, live your best life. But stock up on what you need and keep it easy for yourself so that you're not stressed about it. The last thing anybody wants this time of year is more stress. So just to recap all the things we've talked about, I want us to scale the chaos back a few notches, and I want you to make things easier for yourself. Emphasize decluttering before any of the gifting happens. Design your space in a way that brings you joy instead of trying to make everything look like a Hallmark movie. I mean, let's just get real about it. If you are very talented in that area and your house ends up looking like a Hallmark movie, that's amazing. But if that is a point of stress for you, be at peace. You don't have to do it. And think of the must-have food and drink items around this time of year for you and your people. Stock up on all the goodies you need to make that happen. And I promise your future self will thank you for having that on hand. I know time is a big pain point when the holiday chaos starts setting in. So also don't feel like you have to do all the things for all the people in order to make this season feel magical. If you could use a little help with managing your time better so that you and yours can actually enjoy the holidays, let's talk about it. I nerd out with my time management coaching clients, and they are always so thankful they didn't have to come up with a plan all by themselves. So the link to book a free chat is in the show notes, or you can go visit racheldbaker.com/coaching. And let's schedule a coffee chat for free and see how we can get some of this chaos under control for you. Thanks so much for listening today. Be sure to check the show notes to get links for all the resources mentioned in this episode. As always, your reviews make such a difference, so thank you for taking the time to leave those for us. Your ratings and thoughts mean so much. I love reading each and every one. As we wrap up today, please remember, life can feel crazy and overwhelming sometimes, but you will never regret taking the time to create some breathing room.